Ben, the defeat at home, how do you summarise today's performance?
Yeah, look, obviously disappointing result, and yeah, look, I think it was another, was it 79th minute they scored? That's been a theme. Wasn't any trying to sit back on them in that moment or anything like that, but yeah, it's been a theme of the early part of the season where today it was 0-0, but other games we've obviously been ahead and conceded late, and the two games that we've lost now, which was Woking and these today, have both been that sort of time in the game. So it's something that we're going to certainly need to look into. Look, the goal at the end is, and I take the full blame for that goal. I'd rather try and go for it and get the equaliser. Always putting bodies in the box, so that I have to take the blame for the second goal. But yeah, look, all in all, obviously losing at home is disappointing for all of us. Yeah, and I've certainly felt that at the end of the game, that everyone inside the stadium felt the same as well.
New signing Akinola came on for his debut at the start of the second half. What did you make of his performance?
Yeah, look, he did some good bits, and he did some bits where he needs to get a little bit sharper. But listen, that's not just him. That was all the boys. But yeah, we had a couple of days training. I'm and I whether to start him in the game. Obviously, with Hess being out, chose to go with Junior as the more advanced one, with Reezy a little bit deeper. But look, I wasn't overly happy with the first half performance. That's why I made a couple of changes. PK got booked extremely early in the game, and obviously was having to defend 1v1 moments, and we just didn't get Shiloh in the game enough and get the ball enough. And he's had a real good pre-season, really positive as well last week at Southend. But I just felt like I had to make that change at half time to try and do things slightly differently. I thought the start of the second half we started quite bright. It was a massive break in play, which is no one's fault. The linesman obviously got injured, and the momentum we had gained at the start of that second half, without really being at our best, was certainly rising, I felt, and then it went a little bit flat from that, which isn't an excuse. It's not. I'm not trying to give an excuse there, but the momentum we had at the start of the second half seemed to go away at that point.
Dion Brewer came off with a knock at the end of the game. Are there any early updates you can give on him? Or?
Well, look, last week I kept him on at Southend for as long as I could, and he had a felt something in his hip flexor, but he felt all right. Missed part of the week's training this week, and said he was all right to play, but it seems like he's done something today, so it's a massive blow. He's been brilliant at the start of the season, and even today he was the one producing the moments for us to get chances and things like that. So listen, I think that was quite heavy on the boys when he went off. Obviously he's been such an important player to us, but we have to be better than that. Dion's a talented boy, but it can't all be about getting the ball to him and making his moments count. We had to do more as a group together there. And look, we had loads of final third entries at the end, but it weren't through play. It was just through getting the ball forward and then balls in the box. And I have to say that Callum Howell, I know, dealt with a lot of balls going into their box really well. First contacts, seconds weren't quite dropping. The only time we actually did really get it right was in the first half, when Reezy, probably 9 times out of 10, scores out the one way, crashes it against the bar. Normally Reezy's so clinical in their moments. But again, listen, Reezy's the one that we rely on for goals. It's a lot of our goals, certainly the second half of last season and the beginning of this season, has been a combination of Dion, Reezy. Obviously it was Hilly at the back end of last year. Other people need to step up and make their moments themselves as well. We've had enough chances in all the early games, and I've been really fair to everyone, but we need to start putting the ball in the back of the net when we're creating moments. We need to start taking them chances, because we've dropped points because of not taking chances when we have. And then today, a tight game, 0-0, they probably definitely shaded the possession, but when we get them moments we have to score them, because obviously theirs he did. I think Els parried it out and the guy shouldered it in however he got it in, but that went for them. Let's be honest, if it was the other end, I don't think they would have come back from it either in that moment. But yeah, look, we'll just have to see with D. But again, like I said to you, I think it was with Hess and Hilly, Dion, and the type of player that's going to stay down and want to come off. He's enjoying his football, he wants to be out there, so we'll probably have to get him scanned, but it didn't look too promising when he just seen him at the end of the game.